titles, the Northwest Bank Sports Desk out here. We're in the middle of, we're getting the end of 2A, and it just flows by, guys. We already have wrestlers in the 220 class coming out here, so we're getting to the end.
We do have some new matches. Of course, Holloway and Schiedenhelm are still on mat 5 at 195 pounds, but now joining the fray at 220. Caden Hewlett of Creston taking on Carter Isley of Albia. We still have Teague, a 2-to-1 leader over Riley Haskin on mat 4. Mat 5, as we mentioned, Stephen Holloway and Isaac Schiedenhelm. Now, the other semifinal at 195 is mat 6. That's Brad Scooble of Washington taking on Seth Maitland of Creston Orient-Maxburg. Scooble had the unfortunate task of going to sectionals and districts with Stephen Holloway, so he finished second both times. And oddly enough, last year Holloway, sectionals and district, beat Carter Isley both times, and then they met in the final. Now this could happen again with Scooble and Holloway.
Right.
Very strange path.
If you missed it right before we went off there for the break there, it was Lamers of West Delaware winning over Sanchez of Grinnell. I believe that score was 3-2, but Lamers did win that one.
Yes.
Undefeated, stays undefeated. Number 1 goes to the finals from West Delaware, Manchester.
All right, going into the third period over there now. Holloway, and
that's a tough one.
Schiedenhelm, Holloway's choice. He chooses down.
Holloway, of course, a senior, will be going for his second state title if he can advance here.
Scooble, Washington, was looking for a takedown the end of the period, though. Still 0 after 1. More football players, Dave. Seth Maitland,
yep,
a player on the Unidome.
Wow.
There we go. Look at Holloway work.
It's like it's been quiet.
Mat 5.
I could see that double coming from a mile away before it even happened right there, how he set that up. She's Holloway of Mediapolis just lowered his level as Schiedenhelm was coming into him, reaching, and just blew through him. Beautiful double leg. Boy, if we had a highlight reel of the state semifinals in Class 2A, that would lead the highlight reel so
right
far.
Right there, Mat 5.
Sure.
Mat 5, about
wow,
30 seconds
a double leg.
And it was a quiet first period there, and then it just well, they kept throwing each other into the officials' bench, but there's some power right there, 195 pounds.
Coach Cummings taught him that one.
Just a great job of lowering his level. I mean, it wasn't like he just went running into him. He lowered it and just exploded right through him, but used his hands, and he took Schiedenhelm right off his feet. Beautiful double leg takedown.
That truly looked like the freight train double leg. Like Jordan Burroughs coming at you.
Yeah.
5-0 Holloway.
Yeah, taking back control.
Hewlett and Isley trying to get underway here on mat 3. They only made it 29 seconds before stoppage. Hewlett at 220, you can see this is a big kid, obviously. His older brother, Keaton, you may remember as the state finalist champion, Keaton Hewlett. I've never seen bigger hands on a human being in my life. And Coach Frayne said, yeah, that worked to his advantage. You could not get to him. And this is a sophomore. Caden is a sophomore, following in his brother's footsteps. Pretty tough to live up to that, but he's doing well on his own. He's his own man.
Down there on mat number 4, it was Joe Teague winning over Riley Haskin of Dubuque Waller. Joe Teague of Algona will make the finals. He'll take on Lamers of West Delaware.
Some great matchups shaping up. The semifinals have been awesome. A little harder to track, but, the finals are setting up nicely. Some great matchups. Holloway looking to get in there. It's under a minute, third period.
So coming up on mat 4 now will be Suntken from Hampton Dumont and Vanderstreek from Central Line George Little Rock.
Yep, now we're getting into the big boys.
220, mat 4.
As we were talking earlier on our broadcast, 3A, though, I just really like watching this 220-pound division.
Yeah.
These guys are good all-around athletes. They're explosive. They go at it. Look at those guys.
Wow.
Minneapolis over there. and Sheedenhelm. Holloway, Minneapolis, Sheedenhelm. Sheedenhelm fighting right to the end. Watch him. I mean, this match isn't over. There's 30 seconds left to go yet. And look at Sheedenhelm come at Holloway.
Wow. He's got some fight left in him.
I mean, this is what's hard. I want to watch the rest of this match, but if I do that, watch this 30 seconds, I'm going to miss 3 other great semifinal matches going on all at the same time, but I do not want to take my eyes off of this match over here. There's a stall warning against Holloway, Minneapolis. Sheedenhelm just coming at him, and look at this.
Boy, he's...
Another stall warning and a 2-point takedown. See? There's a lot of action in this last 30 seconds, even though...
That was a nice job by Sheedenhelm.
There's no...
Yeah, I know that Holloway wasn't really trying to do anything but get away, but he didn't let him. 5-4 isn't going to do it for him, but
that's why if you're Sheedenhelm, you know, you wish you could have that first period over where you started a little bit slow. 0-0 at the end of the first period. You want to make the most of every second out there on that mat.
You hear a lot of these coaches telling these guys as they walk off these mats, don't wait. Don't wait. You did that. You could have done that earlier. It was there the whole time. All of these sayings. Don't
Trust
wait.
in your conditioning. You got to know that you can go the full duration.
In the other semifinal in 195, we've got the same thing going on with Skubal and Maitland.
Skubal holding on to his 4-3 lead over Maitland.
Skubal out of Washington. Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
and you know his coach, Dave, Brent Van Wielden from Monroe. Who had a son up here earlier in the lighter weights. Didn't make it this far, but he's up and comer. Skubal, though, tough. Obviously, finishing second to Holloway in sectionals and districts. He's looking for a rematch.
See, same situation right here. We're at 17 seconds left, third period. Just like the match before on this mat with Baumler. You know, we've got Skubal up 4-3, and he's on the attack trying to take down Maitland of Creston right there on the edge. I mean, he's the one attacking and shooting, but there's a shot right there by Maitland of Creston. Now he's coming at him.
Got in, but
still wrestling hard to the end. 4 seconds to go. It looks like Brad Skubal from the Washington Demons
Gonna hang on, maybe.
Gonna be a finalist. I think it's been a while since Washington has had a finalist.
I was just trying to think of that, and Fletcher Green was the last champion from Washington I can think of, a lighter weight guy a few years ago. Other than that, you haven't had a lot of coverage for Washington in the semis and the finals. Creston on mat 3 also. Now Seth Maitland just lost that one to Skubal, but Caden Hewlett is fighting with Carter Isley, a returning finalist. 2-0 Isley coming towards the end of the second period.
At Unity Point Health, we do things a little differently. Our doctors put together a team around what each patient needs. It might be a dietitian, a specialist, a nurse in your home, or even community services. Coordinated care is about considering all the options and choosing a treatment plan with one thing in mind: you. That's coordinated care. That's Unity Point Health. The point of unity is you.
What is good? It's a place where you'll always get more, like hot and crispy chicken, fresh handmade pizza, and our signature buffet your way. Where if you don't see your favorite pizza, just ask and we'll make it for you. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. When it comes to great food and legendary value, Pizza Ranch is always good. Do you crave fresh handmade pizza or the country's best chicken? Call Pizza Ranch for convenient carryout or fast delivery. Visit us online at pizzaranch.com for details.
Wells Fargo Arena, the semifinals. We're in the final 4 matches of 2A right now here on the Fairway Championship Network. Been bringing it to you from the Northwest Bank Sports Desk. Got the 3As and the 2As almost out of the way, guys.
Take a look at these 2A updated scores, guys. Union is pulled out in front, 76-71 over Creston.
Creston's made some noise here, haven't they?
Minneapolis has slid down to 3rd with 65, and Crestwood 58.5 right there in 4th place. Clear Lake hanging around 2 with 50, followed by Osage. Now we've got the heavyweights and the 220s going at it.
Yeah, if you want to.
We still have Isley and Hewlett at 220 on mat 3. Sunken And Vanderstreek on mat 4. But now on mat 5, you're looking at Mario Pena at heavyweight. And he's
taking on the Rangel.
Taking on Gabriel Rangel of Davenport Assumption. Then you have Logan Linderbaum of Solon taking on Alex Silberstein of Ballard. Now Linderbaum's #1 from Solon, but he's lost in the sectionals and the districts to Mario Pena.
Pena has his number.
His first 2 losses of the year, back-to-back. So he's looking to rebound from that. He's got this far to the semifinal. Silberstein, in the tough 3A loaded Ed Winger Classic, was your champion at heavyweight. Now, Jake Martin did not wrestle for Southeast Polk, I should mention that. But Silberstein came out on top in that big tournament.
So we might see some fireworks on 6, are you thinking, Bob?
Silberstein's good. I don't know. I don't know how good, but Linderbaum's got something to prove. Those 2 losses to Pena probably scorching him. Look at Mario go on mat 5. That's a big takedown.
Well, he shot that takedown from his knees. You know, and he just drove. Excuse me. He just drove through him, right through them with his knees. You don't see that very often from a heavyweight where you can move that fast.
Looks like a big win too for Preston again on mat 3. With Hewlett winning.
Now I missed that one.
I did too.
I thought Isley beat Caden Hewlett, but you're saying that was Creston and Hewlett winning?
Maybe check that.
Nope, they took my. Well, the results will come by here in a second. Don't scare me like that, Dave. I'm not sure. It was Hewlett and Isley on mat 3.
Well, we were watching these heavyweights down here, and
we were watching Pena.
Wow, look at that.
Pena was a runner-up at heavyweight last year.
1-point escape right there for Rangel of Assumption.
Rangel up from 182 last year all the way to heavyweight this year. Now, that doesn't sound like a big deal, but that's a long ways. I mean, 82 is not 285.
It looks like he's giving up a little bit of size to Pena.
Yeah, Pena's a big boy.
But sometimes, though, at this heavyweight division, that can work out to your benefit.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a little bit lighter, move a little bit quicker.
We've seen some nice lean heavyweights that were pretty darn good. We'll see a good one coming up in 1A later on tonight. 1 of 2 for Woodbury Central. Levi Paulson getting to wrestle in the traditional tournament. Landon let him. Landon wrestled in the duels.
Interesting story there that we can talk about once we get there in 1A between
Amazing
those brothers.
Kids. Linderbaum and Silberstein here on mat 6. Ballard, Silberstein up 1-0 so far. Pena up 2-1 on Rengel. And Sunken leads 3-1 over Travis Vanderstreek of their Central Line George Little Rock. Third period now on mat 5 between Pena and Rangel. And actually, this mat 4 started before both of these, and it's still lingering. 3-1.
Oh, that's about over now.
Oh,
looking at mat 4.
that's Sunken.
Sunken from Hampton Dumont.
Sunk in the hold there. Vanderstreek pinned. Wow. So then there were 2 matches left in the 2A semifinals. Both third period.
1-point matches. Across the way over there, it's Rangel leading Pena by a score of 3-2. Pena's good at the down position.
Kind of odd getting this far.